Hello and welcome back to Jacob's Toys 5-minute figure reviews. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. And in this video we are taking a look at the Daredevil, the Man Without Fear 3-pack from Marvel Legends by Hasbro. And what I've done is I've separated all three of these figures into an individual review for each one. This particular one is going to focus on Elektra, the female in this box set of 3. Now what's really interesting about this white suited Elektra is that a couple of years back Hasbro did a fan vote. You had Lady Sif, you had White Suit Elektra and you had Silk, and the idea was that everybody could vote for which figure they wanted to see come to fruition, and the one that came out on top was of course Silk. She has since been re-released as part of a 2-pack with Dr. Octopus, but the Lady Sif and the Elektra in a white suit was nowhere to be seen until now. Once this box set was announced, a lot of people then were obviously wise that this was the one that we were kind of teased or at least kind of tempted by in that fan vote. So it's really cool to see that they've kind of gone back and looked at those previous renders and given us this particular Elektra, which also gives me a lot of faith and a lot of hope that we are at some point going to see that comic book accurate Lady Sif figure released as well. Now this of course is windowless boxes, and we're used to them by now. This is the way that Hasbro Marvel Legends come, and inside that you have the little kind of cardboard coffin that holds the 3 figures and individual bags for all of the accessories. So if you do want to check out the reviews on the other 2 figures, Daredevil and Bullseye, then go over to my page and check those out now. In this particular video, start the timer, let's have a look at Elektra. Now the first bag, if we open it up here, has the accessories and the alternate head. Now the alternate head kind of caused quite a stir because people were really excited about it because it's kind of this big head Elektra with a white headband. She's got her 2 sire here and the detail on them is really nice. She's got 2 additional hands. Both of these are closed fisted hands, so the 2 hands that are on the figure are gripping hands, and she's got this really cool sword. This is the head sculpt that everybody got really excited about. It's just a nice new head sculpt that really kind of, it's really comic book looking, isn't it? Like this huge kind of big hair, it's all over the place, there's strands of hair going in all sorts of different directions, and the paint app on her actual face is really nice as well, so it's a good second option. Having a look at the figure itself, she is brilliant. She really is a really nicely put together figure. First things first, she is pinless, so there are no pins there on the legs or the arms. And of course the arms are double jointed, so we've got the 2 points of articulation in the elbow, something that's only been introduced to the female figures in Marvel Legends very recently. Now she is of course all in white because this is her white suit, and I have seen a few people getting this figure and repainting her red because they didn't have the red suit Elektra, and essentially getting an upgraded red suited Elektra. Now the original red suit Elektra, I will grab it in a sec so we can see a side by side comparison, but it came out around about 2018, I think it was. I want to say as part of the Man Thing wave, but I might be wrong, it might have been in a different one. But it was definitely quite a few years ago now, and she is quite a sought after figure. She's a figure that a lot of people do want to get. So if you wanted a cheap alternative, then obviously picking this box set up and repainting the white red is the way forward. Now the sire go in her hand just like this. She's got the same 2 hands that came with that original release, so this one has got the fingers in a bit of a weird position so you can hold the sire with her fingers kind of wrapping over the top of the handle there, and she's got a gripping hand, and I'm going to put the sword in it because the other one didn't have a sword, so it's a nice kind of new accessory. Quite a large sword to be perfectly honest with you, and she hasn't got anywhere to put it, so there's no kind of sheath or anything on her back or on her belt, so if you're not going to display her with a sword, there isn't actually anywhere to store that. Now the bandage wraps, the kind of parts of her costume are slightly different to the one we had previously. Let me just grab her so that you can see them side by side, but she's really clean. The paint apps on mine are all really nice, the lines are all straight, there's no kind of scratches or anything anywhere, so all in all I'm really pleased. I do like this kind of iconic white look for Elektra. I think it's a signature look of hers from the comic books, so I'm really pleased to have her. Let me just move her over a little bit and then we can take a look at the red ones side by side. Now looking at them next to each other, she does look dated, even down to kind of the flesh colouring looks very artificial. You can see the bandages and the boots there on her legs are very different, so there's a lot of exposed kind of flesh there on the older, the red suit one, which does also highlight the fact that there's pins in her legs. The old one has only 1 point of articulation in the elbow, and that was something that did kind of annoy me a little bit because you couldn't get her into kind of Elektra-esque poses because her arm would only bend as much as you can see there. The difference in her weapons are the Psy with the red one have got red handles and wraps around them, and the white suited one have got black. So essentially they're the same. Very, very subtle difference there. And of course you get the big sword with the new one as well. Would I have bought this figure as a standalone figure? 100% yes. Let me just swap over for the alternate head. You can see here I've not pushed it on completely because it's actually quite difficult to get on, so I do need to heat it up a little bit. But the weight distribution is fine. She'll stand with that on. That's no problem at all. Let me just put the bandana head back on. You can see here the head sculpts are completely different. So the hair is sculpted differently, the bandana over her head is sculpted differently, and even the bits at the back, I don't know what you'd call them, the strings, the tails of her bandana go in a different direction on this white one. So it is a different head sculpt altogether. As I was saying, would I buy this as a standalone figure? 100% yes. I was really hopeful that, I wanted Silk or this to be the winner, but then as time went on I kind of wanted Lady Sif as well, so I was really excited when I saw this one announced as part of this 3-pack. But yeah, I think she definitely makes a solid entry into the 3-pack. Now the price point that it goes for means that each of these figures are about 30 each, which isn't a huge jump from what they are as a single figure. In some places that is the kind of price that they go for, but I think she is 100% definitely worth picking up if you're a Daredevil stroke Elektra fan. Do go and check out my page and you can have a look at the video for the other 2 figures as well, 5-minute figure review for the other 2, because I've looked at this whole box set in 3 parts. Daredevil in part 1, Bullseye in part 2 and Elektra in part 3. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like, share, subscribe and all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. Go and get your hands on this red Daredevil 3-pack while you still can. You will not be disappointed. So, until next time, I'll see you soon.